What is going on, guys? Frank Rich here from Rebuilt Recovery, and in today's video I want to talk to you about the importance of having a plan, a structured, outlined, detailed path that you can follow to help you overcome porn addiction, and ultimately why the most common approach that men are taking these days, the NoFap approach, isn't working. So we're going to talk about how to put a plan together, what it should look like and what it should include. And ultimately, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'm going to direct you in a way where hopefully my team and I here at Rebuilt Recovery can help you if it's something that you're struggling with, overcoming your habits in addiction to pornography and masturbation. But real quick, let's talk about one of the most common practices or principles out there that guys are using when they've identified that their habit with porn and masturbation is holding them back. So there's this common term, and it's really a community of men known as NoFap. And maybe you're involved in this, maybe you've seen or watched a few videos. I wasn't for a really long time. I had been clean and away from porn. I had been completely free from porn for over a year before I really started to do any research on what NoFap was. But ultimately, it's just a community. There's some websites out there. There's some other social media platforms and channels where guys are getting together and connecting. But in essence, NoFap means a prolonged break or an extended period of time away from porn in masturbation. And although I do think that this is a great approach, it's a great tool to use, and it needs to be a part of your recovery from porn addiction, I don't think that it's designed for a successful full-on recovery or ultimately helping guys that are deep in their addiction. I think it's got to come from a deeper sense of growth, and that's really what we've tried to do with this channel now. I'm sure if you've been around on YouTube for a while, you know there's been a transition in the content that we're doing, and ultimately in creating our company Rebuilt Recovery, our whole approach has been not on just treating the addiction, not on running away from the addiction or running away from the habits or practice of pornography and masturbation, but ultimately building stronger men, creating new men, and coaching men and growing with men into ultimately helping them step into their purpose and live the life that they were created to live. So, why do you need a plan? Well, as a coach for over a decade, and not just in this particular porn addiction recovery space, but as a coach in the men's health space, as a fitness coach, as a bodybuilding coach, and as somebody that's done some consulting in the business, one thing across all of these industries that I've worked with and all of the clients that I've had success with in my life, the ones that failed most often or not failed because they were winging it, failed because it wasn't their lack of commitment, it wasn't their lack of real drive or passion, it wasn't their lack of even work ethic, it was simply their lack of having a plan in place. I've spent a large amount of time studying high-performing people, high-performance individuals, and as you kind of dive into this world of growth and self-development, one of the first things taught in most places is having a plan, having a vision for your life. So this is where we start all of our clients. I have this saying that I have become somewhat pretty well known for, and it's ultimately if you're gonna overcome your addiction to pornography, you have to become the person that is no longer addicted to porn. And I put a real emphasis on that word become. I shot a whole video on this, so I'll make sure to link that up right here. You guys can go check that out. But in order to become the person that's no longer addicted to porn, you have to have a plan of ultimately what that looks like. You have to have a vision of what that life can be like years, months, days in the future. It can't just be something that you wake up every single day with the hopes to move closer to who you're trying to become. So I think ultimately having a plan has to start with having a vision of where you're trying to go to, having a vision of what your life can be like once you've removed your habits and addiction to pornography out of it. Secondly, having a plan, having a program, having a set practice of disciplines, having a set practice of routines, habits, disciplines that you can replace your pornography and masturbation habit with. So if we're going to go that traditional route, if we're going to go NoFap, if we're going to say, okay, for these next 90 days, I'm not going to watch porn and masturbate, great. But what are you going to do outside of that? Realizing that you've conditioned yourself, you've developed these neural pathways, you've developed these routines, and literally they're unconscious behaviors hardwired into your subconscious brain. Realize that in order for you to not participate, not take part in those activities, you have to have a plan, you have to have an approach, you have to have a system in place that you're going to replace those with. So secondly, having a plan gives you structured program, structured detail of how you're going to spend your day throughout it. And it is my belief that a full recovery plan should follow a holistic approach. As a health coach, as somebody that's spent a large amount of this time in the health and fitness space in my career, I believe that it's the whole body that is struggling. It's the whole body that's going to need to take approach to recovery. So here at Rebuilt Recovery, what we do is we actually build a nutrition, we build a supplementation, we build an exercise program for you, we build a meditation practice, we have journaling exercises, self-awareness principles. Our whole approach is to rebuild your body, rewire your brain, and reshape your heart. And if you think that you're going to do that without a plan, without a program, without a coach, I'm going to be the first to tell you that you're going to find yourself in 6 months or a year from now returning back to ultimately all the habits that you were trying to move on from. And I don't want that for you. Having a plan, having a coach, having a mentor is ultimately going to be the path that's going to enable you to have the most success. And I also have shared this on our podcast, the value in having a coach, the value in having a mentor, somebody that's on your side. And going back to the podcast, one of our episodes with a certified pastoral sexual addiction therapist states that there's 3 people that you need in your corner. You need a friend, or you need an ally. You need somebody in your recovery that's going to put their arm around you and say, hey brother, I know what you're going through, I've been there before, I'm here with you in this fight. Secondly is you need a coach. You need somebody that's going to walk you through these steps, that's been down that road before. And thirdly, you need an expert. Realizing that overcoming porn addiction is not something that you want to take lightly. It's serious business. We're talking from a physiological standpoint, we're talking from a biological standpoint, we're talking from a mental health standpoint, we're talking from a physical health standpoint. These are all serious things. Your health is at stake. Your mental health is at risk. Your emotional health is also at risk. Somebody that's studied the brain, that's studied sexual triggers, that's studied depression, and knows how to actually talk you through these steps and talk you through these processes. So guys, I appreciate you here for being a part of this channel with me. Like I said at the beginning, we've done a pivot, we've done a transition in the content that we're doing, but this is something that has been on our heart. It's a calling of ours, and we're going to continue to pump these videos out. So if you guys have not done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down there. Also, what type of videos, what questions are you struggling with most at this time in your recovery from pornography? We want to make sure that we are bringing you guys the content that is most going to help you. But guys, if you have come to the point where you've identified that your habits in addiction to pornography and masturbation is holding you back, you know that there's something more for you. There's something greater in this life. Guys, if that's where you're at right now, I want to invite you to become a part of our program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a free book. Hit that first link in the description box right there. It's www.the7stepguide.com. Ultimately, what I did is I took all of my experience, all of my research over the past 12 months, and I wrote a book for you guys, and I'm going to give it to you absolutely free. Just enter an email address. And once you download this book, I'm going to give you the option to jump on a call with me. We're looking for people to be a part of our Reboot Your Life coaching program. You have to be selected to go through this. We are only looking to work with truly serious individuals that are ready to make a change. But if that's you guys, once you download this book, I'm going to give you an option to jump on a call with myself and our team here to decide if this is right for you. I'm here to help. I'm here to coach. I want to really have an impact in your life. So if that's you, glad Glad that you're ready to make a change, and would love and be extremely grateful to have you a part of this process with us. But that's it, guys. NoFap, it's not going to work. You're going to ultimately end up in the same place that you're in right now. So you need a program, you need a coach, you need a mentor, something that's going to guide you on the way. And it is my hope and prayer that that is us for you. If it is, amazing. If it's not, God bless you. But that's it, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Also like the video if you found value in it. And let me know what you want to see next week coming up. Talk to you guys soon. Frank Rich, Rebuild Recovery. I'll see you on the other side.